great day, everybody. This is Sandler Francois of Premier Paralegal, your favorite divorce professional. How you doing? I want you to choose to have a great day today because you are entitled to it each and every day. I don't care what people say, do, or think about you. I don't care if you have money or no money. You still have the right to be happy. As my father would say, if you chose what you're going to wear today, if you chose what you were going to eat today, if you chose what time you were going to walk out of your house to go do whatever you were going to do today, you can easily make the same choice about how you're going to feel. Because otherwise, other people are going to make that decision for you. And I promise you, no one can make the best decisions on your happiness in a better way than you. So that's it. Here we go. I wanted to talk about how I meet some people at times who simply can't afford a divorce. There are services that charge as low as $149, which is interesting to me. Services that charge as high as, I don't know, $1 million for a divorce, a simple divorce. But in reality, in all seriousness, there are people that simply can't afford it. Some people say they can't afford it, but I like to joke around and say, if you can afford those nice sneakers you got on, you could very likely afford a divorce. We always make time for what we believe in, and we always spend our money on what we really want to spend it on. So that's on my own personal philosophy, and I think it applies to a lot of us. But there are some people who really can't afford a divorce and really need it. Maybe they're going through a tough time. Maybe they might be in a homeless shelter because of the outcome of a rough marriage. Domestic violence is very prevalent in our society, and I think it sucks. And I think it's really weak. If you're engaged in a marriage and you think domestic violence is any kind of solution, you're really weak and you need to find some help. But to the people out there who cannot afford a divorce, I wanted to praise the court system in New York. I know there's a lot of reasons we can question our justice system, but when it comes to matrimonial issues, the pro se clerk or the self-represented clerk or the self-represented office in every borough is there to help you. I think really highly of these people. I know a lot of them. I'm familiar with some of them. Some of them are familiar with me. And I really like the work they do because they deal with the public coming in really not having an idea of what they need to do, but knowing they need to get something done, for example, a divorce. And they help with other things other than divorce, too. You may want to check them out if you're having landlord-tenant issues, if you're having issues where you might need to sue someone, and you simply can't afford an attorney. An attorney is the best move. And by the way, this isn't formal legal advice. This is really, if you listen, really just talking about what you can find out yourself. And I challenge you to do so because you're not going to get it in the next 2 or 3 minutes before I wrap up everything. But to get the ball rolling, I want to let you know that there is something called a fee waiver, or specifically called a poor person's order. I kind of don't like that name because to me, poor is more of a mentality and not really a monetary issue. But they call it a poor person's order. And if you go to this office of self-represented, they'll walk you through the process as to possibly having the court fees waived on your divorce. They can also give you a free packet where if you follow the instructions, you can take your time, prepare your divorce yourself. Many of the courts do have attorneys who are good-hearted enough or through their own obligations to keep their license have to show up and assist the public who can't afford an attorney to help walk you through the divorce process. So there's something my dad always said. I love my dad, so you'll hear me bring him up a lot. My dad would say, either you're going to spend time or you're going to spend money. You probably won't have to spend both, but you're going to spend one or the other. So in the event that you don't have the money, then be prepared to spend the time because you're going to go through a lot of form filling out. You're going to be sitting with attorneys. You may be on a long line. You may spend half your day or the entire day just to get paperwork filled out, looked over, and reviewed before you file it. But the good news is you won't have to dig deep down into your resources in terms of money to pay for something that may have cost someone else hundreds or thousands of dollars. So I want you to be mindful again. After this video is over, you can either share this with a friend who you think can use it, or you yourself can do a quick Google search for your county clerk's office in the Supreme Court in your borough and seek out the office of the self-represented and let them show you their magic. They're pretty great. So that's all for today. If you like what I said, share, comment, subscribe. If you don't like what I said, don't share it. You can still comment and unsubscribe, please. Make room for the people that really like these things. But until then, regardless of how you feel, I want you to enjoy life, be well, and be happy. What other choice is there?